Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Rome, the historical role-playing game. Experience the glory and decadence of Rome like never before. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Excuse me. Now, a moment, please, while I maximize. There we go. Today, I want to talk about something very important. Tonight, rather. Perhaps the most important thing, not only in tabletop RPGs, but in any fun activity. And it is your good health. YouTube, this is not medical advice. This is just me talking about my experience and the experiences of others. Tomorrow, we were about to begin a new tabletop RPG campaign, but one of our players is recovering from a certain health issue. So I took the decision. I know he's a trooper, so I took the decision of postponing the session because we're playing every 2 weeks until June 10. Because sometimes players push themselves. They love tabletop RPGs and they try to surpass their limits. But it is very important to rest and recover when it is necessary. And like I said, although it is quite common in many other activities, I have seen that in tabletop RPGs sometimes people do not pay enough attention to their well-being. Just to give you a couple of examples of many that I have seen throughout the years. In a certain politically correct site that I won't mention, I will suffice to say it's one of the largest tabletop RPG databases that exist. You also had like online games and play-by-forum games and whatnot. I saw a game master that little by little he started to play less and less until he eventually succumbed to his problems. Let's put it like that. You know that YouTube gets very sensitive about these things. But it always seemed very tragic to me because he was running who knows how many campaigns, but he was experiencing these health difficulties. And it always seemed to me that he was not paying enough attention to that. Do not give priority to your other activities. I would recommend that you fight as much as possible, that you put all of your efforts, even if a lot of people in science fiction YouTube have told you that there is no solution for your problems. In most cases, there is. You just have to look even harder. And of course, you will have to cancel some of your fun activities. But fun can wait. If you stop existing here, let's put it like that, you won't be able to play any more tabletop RPGs or do any of the other fun things. So there is no problem if you decide to postpone a session or two in your search to fully heal yourself, right? Or at least enough to continue living, to continue existing and trying to do your best at whatever it is that you do. Another example, and this is quite tragic because uh, he was like tabletop RPG was dedicated to him. It's the what was it? Ogre Gate. There's something else. The complete name of the tabletop RPG, and that is actually free or pay what you want. Disciples of Ogre Gate. Let me verify that for you. Ogre Gate. Ogre Gate. Wandering Heroes of Ogre Gate. I think this is it. Is it pay what you want? Yes, it is. Great game. Great game. But sadly, there is like a small. We dedicate this game to a friend that passed away. And you look at the illustration. of the friend, and he is holding in under his arm in the illustration the very thing that was his demise. So something that they tell you that it is good and no. So it's a very sad. The science fiction YouTube very tragic because if you are no longer existing, you cannot play tabletop RPGs or play video games or whatever other activity that you need to do, right? And of course, there is that certain stereotype of players in tabletop RPGs in the hobby that they do not take care of themselves. Perhaps not as meme-like compared to card collectible trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh and whatnot. You know the whole hygiene problem. But yes, I have seen throughout the years a lot of people that have terrible um, physical state. Let's put it like that. You know, because they don't take care of themselves, and sometimes it surprises me. It surprises me. It could be that they use tabletop RPGs as a sort of escape, a way to escape reality. But no, tabletop RPGs are not there for you to escape reality. They are there to help you understand reality. Because the situations that we experience in tabletop RPGs, as fictional as they could be, they have a certain resonance, an echo of real life. There have been many situations where my players and even myself, we took inspiration from our tabletop RPG sessions and even solved some real life problems because it is all a simulation, just like you do it in many other professions and trades and whatnot. Well, not so much trades, but professions. You do simulations to try to come up with a model to predict what could happen, right? It's the same with tabletop RPGs. So it always surprises me. You see these players participating as these incredible player characters, despite being flawed, they are aware of the situation. And then they are such NPCs in real life. They are so dull. Their minds so asleep as to what is actually going on. They swallow everything that has been told to them by in science fiction YouTube, the science fiction, the mainstream or official sources in science fiction, right? So this is just like my video to do like a recommendation that always take care of yourself, and then you can enjoy tabletop RPGs. If you cannot take good care of yourself, your RPG career might be quite short-lived, correct? And a lot of people could be quite edgy that, oh, well, we will have to go somehow, someday. But every single time, as a 42-year-old Mexican man, I've had my brushes with death in various ways. And all of those that are very edgy during their final moments, you can see the panic in their eyes because they don't know. They come to the realization that no matter what they have been told, they don't know what is awaiting on the other side. You really don't know. So thank you, the science fiction YouTube. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative, entertaining despite the grim atmosphere. But it's also an atmosphere of hope because now you can perhaps renew your inspiration in order to have a better, happier life. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description, the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, master roleplay and you will master the game. Master roleplay. Once again, thank you and see you later.